Guys. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
I don't want to do that. Today, we are back with more requested reactions that we are so pumped for, and we'll be reacting to more Woods music videos.
So today, we will be reacting to two of his songs, Pool and then Different. And I believe both of these are from 2018, so they are on the older side.
We've reacted to Woods on this channel before, and we both really liked his stuff. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I can't read what the text says.
It's too little. That's not a pool.
One thing I was curious about though is he going to be like rapping or singing or both?
I feel like
I love Cha-Cha Malone! Wait! Peyton, are you okay? I see you blushing. Wait, I love this. This is the style of music that I like listen to on my own. You know that. It's so dreamy. Who is this?
I bet it's in that small text at the beginning we couldn't read.
Dang it! Because the voice sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't figure out. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't heard this before. Because I listen.
Honestly.
Yeah. Especially when I have my music on shuffle. This is the style. Oh, it's so like the retro, like the old school TV screen too.
That's a really cool effect.
Oh.
I like that, like, the first time it happened, I thought you made that noise for some reason.
The what? The whoop?
Yeah, like that. It may come as a surprise to all of you that I don't have a lot to say. Just kidding. No, but like actually, I don't have a lot to say just because obviously there's no dance. The music video is very calm and like fits the vibe of the song very well, but there's not a ton to talk about in terms of like storyline or motifs or things. Like it's just very dreamlike, and the filters that they've used, adding the old like TV, the graininess, that quality to some of the shots, like it's just very dreamy, very like we're in a different world, which is the song, like somewhere that no one else knows. So that matched really well. Honestly, I just loved it. Yeah. But yes, I did just really like it. I do listen to this sort of song pretty regularly, and even if I'm always like, I love my dramatic, angsty music, I also like this too. I'm not always in the mood to be dramatic, and I just love him. Like, I think we established that in our last Woods reaction. I literally fell in love on camera, and I think I just fell in love again. So that's all I have to say. Anna's turn.
As you saw in the beginning of the reaction, as soon as I heard the cha-cha beat, I was like, because I love Cha-Cha Malone songs. So like Peyton, I listen to the style of music a lot, but I probably listen to it a lot more than Peyton does, because outside of like listening to K-pop, the groups that I follow, when I listen to Korean music, it's almost entirely like K-hip-hop and R&B, and a lot of my favorite artists come from AOMG and higher music, and that's where Cha-Cha Malone is under. So I just really love a lot of the songs that he's worked on. So that's why I feel like instrumentally, I can't really comment on it. Instead, I'll try to talk more about like Cho Seung-yeon Woods' voice on that track. The question that I had at the beginning of the reaction, is he going to sing or rap or both? Obviously it was answered. He was singing this entire time. But also obviously the song is like very delicate and more sentimental because of that. Like when he's singing almost entirely in head voice in the song, and when he's not, it's in mixed, so he's never singing in chest voice. Some people might misunderstand it as falsetto, but falsetto is different from head voice. And it sounds really pretty. Like he has a lot of background vocals too, and also Sumin, found out her name's Sumin, who's featuring. They just work so well together for a song like this too. But I thought that the phrasing was kind of interesting in this song, like while being very typical R&B. I thought it was a really interesting comparison because in our last Woods reaction, the songs that we heard, the diction required is a lot more aggressive. So the diction was a lot harsher and more biting for phrasing that is of similar rhythms. But like this is a good example of musicality in singing, because like how he adjusts his diction to fit the song style. I think I've said before in one of our videos with R&B songs, sometimes the danger with like more R&B songs is that the words can get lost because people are like, oh, this is laid back, so they don't enunciate as clearly. But in this one, you can make out every syllable clearly, but it's not like biting and aggressive. It still has a laid back feeling. I don't really know what else to say. I really like this song too. I think I'm going to add it to my playlist. And I'm very surprised that I haven't heard this before, considering the artist that I listen to.
I'm surprised it never came up on like your radio shuffle.
Right? I don't know why, because like on my radio shuffles there's a lot of like Crush, J Park, Hoodie, PH1.
This is like the exact vibe. But this is the exact vibe. I don't get it. Whatever. Next! Okay, and so for the second video for this reaction, we'll be reacting to another song from 2018, and it is Different.
Let's go! I like the colors.
Is that gold on the table?
Vibrant. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Again! Again.
They came out close to each other. I wonder if they work together, like, we're connected.
Wait, sorry. Wait, that was beautiful.
What was the text that flashed on the screen? Oh.
is so different. 우리 너무 달라, we're so different. 우리 너무 달라, we're so different. How can we stop this?
Not gonna lie, I kind of just want to close my eyes and listen to the song instead of watching the music video right now.
정말 여기까지가 다 너와 나만 무슨 말이라도 해 버릴 거 아냐.
No shade to the music video, sorry, but this is one of those songs where I feel like you need to feel it.
우리 너무 달라, we're so different. 우리 너무 달라, we're so different. 우리 너무 달라, we're so different. I know 내 맘을 정리하는 건 내 몫인 걸 알아. I know you don't think a lot, you don't think a lot, cause you look so happy with him. 내가 행복하길 바래. 그게 내가 아니어도 돼. 나에게 너무 잘한 것 같아. 우린 너무 달라, we're so different. 우린 너무 달라, we're so different. 우린 너무 달라, we're so different.
I acknowledge I was very quiet during that, pretty much completely silent once the song actually started. And normally I would apologize, but I'm not even sorry. Like, I'm just not. I was just enjoying listening to him sing, and I feel like we were all just enjoying listening. Just a few things. So I asked, what did the text say that flashed on the screen? So I went back and paused it just to see what it said. It says, I know you're gone, but you loved me, like in past tense. So I thought that was really interesting just to flash it for just a second because it's written twice. And then also just this music video as well had that like dreamlike quality, but it was established in different ways. So whereas Pool, it was like the soft colors, like the blurry colors, the grainy filters, that sort of thing. This one had more of like the neon halogen lights. It was established more through the way they were doing the lighting on Woods and on the girl as well, because it's kind of like when you look at a neon light and there's the light itself, but then there's the fuzz around it that like glows out. They had made the two of them glow out as well. Like a good example is when they're playing Jenga, they look like they're radiating light from the inside because of how the light's been done around them. So it gives it that kind of like, oh, I'm not quite in reality, like this is either a memory or it's like happening like while other things are happening. Like it just gives it that dreamy otherworldly feeling. And then yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Again, there's no dance. I really liked the song as well. I could honestly just listen to him sing all day, and honestly I'm probably just gonna listen to him for the rest of the day now that we filmed this. So Anna's turn.
So for my comments, the reason why I like kind of freaked out at the beginning of the song, I was very tempted to shush Peyton. I don't remember if I did or not. I might
You
have.
did.
I'm sorry about that. But the beginning is beautiful. The instruments in the background are slowly but steadily increasing in volume, crescendoing, and then there's the sudden silence and the exhale of breath before he starts singing. And like they do this later in the song again as well, but it's never as powerful as the first time that it happens in the beginning. And I get that this is very like stereotypical, oh, build up, quiet before the chorus drop, but this one is different, especially like the execution, because like for other songs it's usually the percussion in the background that's doing the build up, like going in at double time, like the way they count it, but obviously this one doesn't have that because it's just like the sustained chords with the different instruments. And that might be part of the reason. Also, like, the way that the instruments are being layered, because, like, they're introducing new layers every, like, measure, every few beats. Also, like, the reverb on them as well, because it's just so stretched out. It was just really powerful. But talking about like the really long crescendo buildup, I noticed that the song does play with dynamics a lot. It's not the typical like, oh, we're loud at forte and then now we're going quiet at piano. It's not like that. This one, it has the crescendos and like diminuendos and decrescendos. When I'm connecting it to the storyline of the song, it felt like a lot of those crescendos were like the buildup of emotions, and then the exhale of breath was just like releasing it. But I also think that like dynamics are part of the reason why the song didn't get boring, because the song is extremely repetitive. Like I should have been sick of it, but I wasn't. I think it's because of the dynamics, and also they do introduce like a few new elements and themes. Instead of getting bored, it just felt like I was like falling into a trance, which is why I said in the reaction, not that the music video wasn't cool, because it was, but I was so tempted and really wanted to, and I think I almost did for like a split second, just like close my eyes and just listen to it and feel. Just two more small things. One, obviously he's singing in this, and Peyton told me in between reactions that under the name Woods, he tends to do a lot more singing than rapping. Not that he doesn't, but he tends to do more singing. But he did include some rapping in this. Granted, it was like singing rap, like more melodic style, but I would definitely classify that as rapping over singing. And then also, second one, there were moments in the song that like low-key reminded me of that like YouTube live stream lo-fi steady beat. I just thought that you might find that funny, so that's why I wanted to say it, but that's what came into my mind. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Peyton, do you want to TLDR? Should I?
I can't. I've just been the whole time, I'm just trying to like refrain from just being like, oh my god, I just love him so much, and let me tell you how much I love him and how many times I've talked about him to Anna recently. TLDR, we finally got to do another Woods reaction. We were both really looking forward to this. We had really enjoyed his last stuff, and it's no surprise that we really enjoyed both of these songs. He just has a very interesting musical style and is very artistic. Of the two of them, honestly, both will be added to my playlist, but I think I would, if I had to choose between the two of them, I think I like Different better. Anna, which one do you like better if you had to choose?
You mean you couldn't tell by my comments?
I can tell, but like...
Different.
Yeah. But we love them both. I love him so much.
So that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction video, also love Woods and really love his music, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!
Bye!